Clarence Thomas, chairman of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. If you were to give a grade to the Reagan administration in the areas of opportunities for blacks and civil rights, what grade would you give it?
That's a tough question. I think in the direction that we should go, I would have to say A. In the amount of success that we've had, I would say probably a C.
What would you like this administration to do in this area that it hasn't done so far?
Well, I would say that the biggest problem is the manner in which we handle the race issue. I think we were going in the right direction, that this society should be a society in which we're indifferent to race, where race isn't the criterion that we use to make decisions, but the manner in which we handle it was did not recognize that race was an enormously sensitive issue with black Americans, and that you can handle it in a way that's negative, that appears to be negative, so that black Americans again feel that you're turning the clock back, that you're disenfranchised. And once you get that, I think it's almost impossible to persuade them or to persuade us that you are doing something in our best interest or in the interest of black Americans.
Can you give an example?
Well, I think for starters, we blew it, and this goes way back, but the reactions were somewhat different. For example, the Bob Jones University case, I'm sure, without even knowing the substance of the case, there are lots of black Americans who think that that was the beginning of the end. The other is the reluctance on the Voting Rights Act case, legislation. Again, you've got not so much that there weren't legitimate differences, there weren't legitimate concerns that the administration had or that I didn't share, but it's handled in such a way that individuals feel that, well, this administration doesn't care, or this administration is actually against our best interest. And once that mindset is there, and once you get other individuals who see that they can gain some advantage as a result of this perception, then I think it's pretty much lost. And that's, again, looking back, that's 1982.
Where does the A come in then? What has this administration done that you're pleased about?
Well, I'm certainly pleased about my agency, and I'm very pleased. It's been a lot of work and a lot of gray hairs and a lot of difficulties, but the administration has given me, the president has given me support, independence, and given me budgets, and allowed us to go on to try to make it work so that there is equal employment opportunity. And in the direction that we're headed, I think that there's a lot of conversation about making race a factor, that we have to look at race in order to stop looking at race. That's internally inconsistent, but that's pretty popular, that you can't get over discrimination without preferring certain groups. I think, including my own, and I certainly would benefit as much or more than anyone else from that kind of policy, but I think that that's going in just the wrong direction.
Is it tough being a black appointee in the Reagan administration?
I think tough is a euphemism. It is sometimes, it sometimes borders on the impossible. It's very, very difficult, but I think that you come in believing in certain things, you have certain principles that you believe in, then you can't put a price tag on it. And the unpopularity, the people's hostility toward you, the bad publicity, I think it's worth paying. The price is worth paying. But it is tough sometimes.